Okay. Assalamualaikum and good evening, sir. Today our group will present about company interview. Okay, our company is Top Glove.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Afif Azhar bin Ahmad Sabri.
Hi, my name is Nur Syahri Amir bin Azhar.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Akmal Ibrahim bin Hisham.
Hi, my name is Dinin Ashraf bin Muhammad Saleh.
Hello, my name is Akil Harith bin Mahasan.
The first slide is introduction. Top Glove Corporation Berhad was established in 1991 in Malaysia and has since grown from a single factory with one glove production line into the world's largest manufacturer of gloves. Holding 26% of world market share for rubber gloves, we deliver gloves to protect life in every corner of the globe with the operation in Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, China, USA, Germany, and Brazil. We export to over 2,000 customers in 195 countries worldwide. Top Glove Corporation comprehensive product range includes glove and non-glove segment comprising condoms, face masks, dental dams, exercise pants, and household products. Fulfilling demand in both the healthcare and non-healthcare segment. For the past 20 years, Top Glove has demonstrated steady growth with a compound annual growth rate (CAGR) of 27% for revenue and 86% for profit after tax (PAT). Currently, Top Glove have a component stock of the MSCI Global Standard Index, FTSE Bursa Malaysia KLCI Index, FBM Top 100 Index, FBM Emas Index, FBM Hijrah Syariah Index, FBM Emas Syariah Index, and the Dow Jones Sustainability Index DJSI for emerging market. In the year 2021, Top Glove was also included the Forbes Global 2000 and is the only Malaysian glove company on the prestigious list. Top Glove Corporation Berhad outstanding achievement and global recognition are credited largely to the founder, Tan Sri Dr. Lim Wee Chai, the visionary and driving force who within a short span of time has built the company into a sounding global success. With a strong workforce of 22,000 employees, Top Glove continues to produce high-quality gloves at an efficient low cost in line with its time-tested business direction.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. Move to the next slide. 2.1 Prerequisites. Prerequisites are a thing that is required as prior condition for something else to happen or exist. There are two important prerequisites that are required before a PM system is implemented. First is to knowledge of organization missions and strategic goals. Second is to knowledge of the job in questions. Both these important will be discussed detailed in the next chapter through the strategic planning. Okay, first question that we ask to the interviewer is, what are the mission and vision of Top Glove Company? Okay, the answer is vision to be world-class partner in glove and healthcare product. Mission, ensure safe human protection globally. Okay, next is, what skill required to be an operation manager at Top Glove? The answer is, operation manager are required to have a large set of skill in order to be effective in multitude of situations they might find themselves in. To be as effective as possible, operation manager will need to have a combination of soft skill and technical skill. Okay, that is for prerequisites. Next.
Okay, next is 2.2, performance planning. The second step in the performance management process is performance planning. In the performance planning step, the organization, supervisor, and the employees will sit together and discuss the strategies and plan on how to increase the performance. The discussion includes consideration of results and behavior as well as a development plan. First question that we ask the interviewer is, what type of employee development program would you implement to help your employees or improve and enhance their skills? The answer is, we send our employee to go to training. This method includes developing employee skills through a combination of lectures, such as hands-on exercise, videos, podcasts, simulations, and individual or group-based assignments. It includes both formal and informal approach to skill development. Second is how your organization and employees together discuss the strategies and plan on how to increase the performance. The answer is, there are 5 steps of our strategies. First is enhance production capacity to meet global demand. Second is expand presence in key strategic markets. Third is technological improvement to drive product innovation and product efficiency. Fourth is undertake mergers and acquisition. And lastly is broaden product portfolio to adjacent and other non-glove products. Next is 2.3, performance execution. At the performance execution stage, the following factors action by employees must be present in order to keep the PM process on the right track. First question is, how do you ensure that employees are always on track to achieve the goals that have been set? The answer is, top-level management usually monitor progress. Staying on top of employee progress will help head off any troubles early on. Don't wait for review time or the end of a project to check in. Review both long-term and short-term goals on a weekly basis. Second question is, can you explain a little about the process that takes place for employees who apply for training program in the company? The answer is, the process that takes place for employees who apply for training program is applicants must be pursuing undergraduate courses at higher learning institutions, either in Malaysia or abroad. Next is,
Okay, next is 2.4, performance assessment. In the assessment phase, both the employee and the manager are responsible for evaluating the extent to which the desired behavior have been displayed and whether the desired result have been achieved. First question is, what are the type of performance assessment conducted by the company, 360 feedback or KPI? Okay, the answer is, our robust performance and goals management system are crafted to ensure our employees' performance is assessed and appraised annually based on agreed upon goals or key performance indicator (KPI) in alignment with the company overall business targets. Okay, the next question is, what are the common issues that arise when conducting performance assessment? Okay, the answer is, the common issue that arise when the conducting performance assessment is first, compare or contrast contrast error. Next is similarity error, bias, and lastly is stereotyping. Okay, that is for the performance assessment. Okay, next.
Right, next is 2.5. Performance review. The performance review stage involves the meeting between the employee and the manager to review their assessment. This meeting is usually called the appraisal meeting or discussion. The appraisal meeting is important because it provides a formal setting in which the employee receives feedback on his and her performance. So the first question is, what is the way to make sure employees feel comfortable when they receive feedback about their performance? So the answer is, the right way to make sure employees feel comfortable when they receive feedback on their performance is that we as employers need to give constructive feedback to employees so that they can be aware of their performance, company expectation, goals, and areas of improvement. For me, constructive feedback is one of the most important things managers can give to their employees. Feedback is not only important for employee success and performance, but it is also important for the success of your organization or company. Good feedback can improve employee performance. For example, most employees may not know their performance unless the managers provide feedback on their performance. Employees may correct their performance if they know that is not in line with organizational standards, or they will improve their performance if they want to exceed organizational standards. So the second question is, how do supervisors or managers in the company provide feedback to employees to ensure that they are aware of their weakness? The answer is, in my opinion, if I am a boss, one of the biggest tasks is to support and challenge your team so that together in achieving the desired result. However, to give feedback to employees to make sure that they are aware of their weakness is that we must support and challenge the staff in the right way. As a boss, we need to know what employees are doing is good or bad so that we can work on them, need to understand their weakness so that we can correct them. In short, we need honest feedback from employees by creating a culture of open communication. To do this, start by showing a sincere interest in your people's performance, the things that are causing them problems, and ways you can help. Ask questions that will help you gauge your employees' feelings about their environment, workload, and productivity.
So 2.6 is performance renewal and recontracting. Okay, this is the final stage in the performance process is renewal and recontracting. Essentially, this is identical to the performance planning performance. The main difference is that the renewal and recontracting stage use the insight and information gained from the other phase. For example, some of the goals may have been set unrealistically high given an expected economic downturn. Okay, so the first question is, in this process, if employees do not achieve their desired KPIs or goals, how does the supervisor plan to help them achieve their goals in the next performance appraisal? So the answer is the supervisor need to invite employee to identify job-specific goals. Manager may have certain objectives in mind for each employee, but they will likely get insightful answer if they ask employees to identify goals specifically relate to their job and that are meaningful to them. There's a big difference between imposing goals on employees and encouraging them to suggest goal on their own. When their suggested goals align with company objective, a manager can work alongside employee to develop action plans to attain those goals. So the second question is, when the market change, as we know, COVID-19 has had a harsh impact on people. Many people cannot afford to pay their loans. Therefore, it is difficult for employees to achieve their KPI. Therefore, as a company, does your company review employee plans based on the current situation? So the answer is yes, the company does the shifting roles. The pandemic is also forcing everyone at Top Glove company, manager as well as their staff to be more flexible. That's mean employees are taking on new roles, some for which they are never been trained. And manager must allow flexibility when evaluating these workers, allowing time for a learning curve and understanding that there will be hiccups. With COVID-19 shaking up the company office culture, that system has changed. This day, each performance review is scheduled more than a week in advance, and employees are sent a template to fill out with instruction. Employees send back their response for the manager to look over and use as a guide during the review. So that's all from me. I will pass to next members.
The lastly is conclusion. In conclusion, the performance management system that the firm intends to implement will enable it to satisfy the expectation of its stakeholders in the long run. The firm will follow all important phases that are related to the new strategy to ensure the system is aligned to the long-term vision that guides its operations in the industry. More importantly, performance management system implemented by the firm will focus on opening up decision-making process to enable employees to develop their professional skills in the long term. As a result, this will allow employees to contribute to the long-term success of the organization by proposing valuable ideas, which will improve the quality of result attained. A present system which the organization will use will enable it to be fair to all its employees to encourage them to attain good results in their respective workstation. Besides that, many factors will impact the effectiveness of an organization performance management system. But there have three most important things. Firstly is the system needs to be aligned with and support the organization direction and critical success factors. Secondly, well developed, efficiently administer tools and processes are needed to make the system user-friendly and well received by organizational members. And lastly is the most important thing is that both manager and employees must use the system in a manner that brings visible value add benefit in the areas of performance planning and performance development, feedback, and achieving results.
Okay, that's all from us. Okay, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Arigato
Arigato.
Arigato
gozaimasu.
gozaimasu.
Let
Thank
me
you,
thank
sir.
you.
Thank you
Thank you,
for
sir.
our presentation.
Okay,
Bukan
this
sir.
slide is made by me.
Tak payah kredit. Dah.